Morning.
Name number?
10:21.
Okay, enjoy breakfast, ma'am.
Thank you. 아침을 먹으러 왔습니다. I'm taking a vlog. 인도 음식도 있네요.
I will tell them that after the event you can send them a PDF. Please not as a maybe a PDF, and they should use it for personal purposes.
But first of all, I would like to give you a very warm welcome on behalf of the Konrad Adenauer Stiftung. My name is Andreas Klein. I'm the Regional Director of the Political Dialogue Asia program of the Konrad Adenauer Stiftung.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
It's a real pleasure for me being here again with KASYP. If you are fortunate, you will see at the end. Yeah, so hopefully we will have a very good talk together, because I will not give you a lecture. It's more dialogue and.
PNC is the largest party in Maldives as well. We grew last December. We became the largest party after beating our opposition party, which was MDP.
Alright, hey guys, I'll be representing the People Power Party. We're a conservative party with a long history, and we have experienced politicians who are legal experts, like lawyers, prosecutors, and judges. And we have image as the more rational party among the two main parties. And maybe not anymore because of the martial law, but still. And recently, we actually have a pretty good approval rating despite the martial law, which is surprising. So we have about more than 50% approval rating right now, whereas the Democratic Party is about in the 40s or 30s. So that's a good thing. And I will go on to a little more detail about that. And our weaknesses, we have a lot of weaknesses. First, both our constituents and politicians are getting older. And we have low approval rating among young women, as I said before. And we're losing support of young people after not distancing away from President Yoon. And we're losing support of moderate voters for staying silent about far-right Christians. So we are gaining support from very far-right Christian supporters who are quite aggressive in their opinion, but the leadership is kind of staying silent and not doing anything about it, kind of not drawing any lines with them. So the moderate voters are kind of disappointed in our party. So they're kind of leaving us. And our last but not the least weakness is not nurturing young politicians. So I'm very grateful for KASYP for doing this work for us. And we certainly have a lack of diversity. So most of our politicians and MPs are older men who are lawyers or prosecutors or judges in their 50s and 60s, and very few women and very few young women. So I'm very much an oddball, but I try to keep it going. And next on to opportunities. There are a couple of opportunities despite the martial law happening for our party. First, people's disapproval of the other party's candidate, Lee Jae-myung or Lee Jae-min. He may go to jail in March. So if he does, the court will rule in March. And if he does, then we have a better chance in the presidential election. So which will happen in March or April. And absence of our ex-party leader Lee Jun-seok and extreme anti-feminists. So our ex-party leader, ex-PPP leader, his name is Lee Jun-seok, and he used to he was a populist who gained a lot of support from young males who believe in anti-feminism and kind of misogyny, like kind of hating on women. So he drew a lot of their support for presidential election and won, and our president became the president. But but now he got kicked out of our party, and he like created his own party. So right now we're not attached with those extreme hate women kind of stance. So we're kind of clear of that. So it's time to reinvent our party image as women haters, and I want to kind of change that happening for our party. And another last opportunity for us is the Democratic Party's pro-China, pro-North Korean policy. And our South Korean people have naturally kind of vote against that. So we have a kind of a chance on that. And lastly, as threats, as I mentioned, the rise of far-right supporters and hate toward China. And there's a conspiracy theory right now, voter fraud gaining momentum. So people are saying the last presidential election and last parliamentary election was a fraud. And this kind of a conspiracy theory is kind of gaining support in the conservative circle. And this is kind of making the moderate voters stay away from our party. And lastly, the ruling for President Yoon's impeachment can drastically change our political landscape. So if the Constitutional Court basically says the president will be impeached and should be kicked out of office, then our party will be kind of in turmoil, and who's going to be the party leader and so forth. So that's going to be very interesting or very difficult, for us. So those are the 4 slots for my party. Thank you for your attention.
The second, big party in Mongolia, and of course the street is like the first step of the democratic revolution we made that for 34 years ago.
Because we have quite less fitness. Okay, so because our party founded in before 3 years now, 3rd of March.
100,000 population with 13 municipalities. So this is just new to us, United Benguet Party, since it's just created last 2022 after the death of the congressman in our province.
Party, and I think we unify Thailand country from like red yellow shirt politics, and now it's like everyone against us, So our strength is like we appeal to the new generation, and we try to.
The works, the government, our party is currently in government, and it can do lots of work, lots of the things which are of the people demands.
To the court, and at the late of 2021, the judges said that it wouldn't have to be registered.
Like we have a lot of experts that can both dialogue with mainland Chinese experts, officials, and also United States of America's peoples. But like that's not the DPP, not the ruling party case.
To the bottom, we have the machinery to do that. Other than that, one thing that really works in the favor of party when it comes to our election.
Each one of these municipalities, in each town in these municipalities, in every street, we have at least one member of the party who is a party.